What is up, everyone? Today we're doing some testing. So we've got a light here, we've got some objects here. I don't know if you can see that, hopefully you can. And we've got my camera right there. And I'm basically going to do some split diopter testing and to basically see, we're going to use this piece of glass to see if I can basically just practice it around for the film. And yeah, I'm going to basically be documenting it right now. Okay, so I'll probably show the final bit of footage. I'll show the final film. Oh, I just fell out. Oh my god. So we're using this piece of glass. As you can see here, it basically is a magnification, and I'll show you the finished result. I'll show you the finished result of basically what it looks like. Okay, so that was basically a lot easier than what I thought it was gonna be. Oh my lord. Yeah, so it's actually a bit easier than what I thought it was gonna be. So if I show you that basically if you've got a split diopter and you basically want to know what you're doing with it, I'll give you a few steps. So the first step, like the first thing you basically want to do is you want to make sure you have like some form of stability. As you can see, now this tripod's bad, but I got a tripod here. So you want to make sure that your camera's still. I would recommend that if you want the classic kind of cinematic technique of like having two things in focus at the same time that create this kind of weird look to it. So you want to have that. That would be my first step, is to have some form of stability, whether you put it on like a table or something, but having it handheld is probably not the best. Okay, so second thing regarding the glass, if you want to kind of maximize the effect, what I would literally just recommend is you just have your lens in like a really just wide field of view. That is my second step, to put it the widest you possibly can, have it wide, and basically just put the camera right close to the lens. Now I've got a handheld one. Now some people might have like one where you just screw on, which is probably a lot easier. Okay, so my phone literally just offed itself. I'll push you back there. So yeah, second step, wide field of view. And then, where the fuck I put it here? And then the third step I would follow is to, as I said, to literally put your lens, this split diopter, right and touching the lens, as you can hear, and literally just pull it there and just play around and just kind of see what's going on. And you might have to move things around. Obviously, the composition you want is something very far and something something quite close to the lens. So it's almost like you're going to film a somewhat close-up of the thing to the right in this example here, this here, and the far thing is the Eiffel Tower there. So yeah, so get your split diopter and just basically put it there and play around and see kind of what's going on with it. Now, if you want to maximize so that's basically it, really. I mean, it's that simple. You literally get the glass, you put it on the lens, and you kind of play around, and you see what's working. I might get a little mount or something to put on top of this, so I might put on top of like that to keep it stable. But as I said, I like to kind of like, you can get cool lens flares and cool lens glares, and you can do all sorts with it just around like this. So if you want to do the fourth step, this is kind of learned by just doing it, is if you want to maximize the effect, I would recommend zooming the lens in a bit. So you can see here, like if I go like that, my mouth's a lot bigger than if I'm from here, and that basically it's essentially the magnification. But so that means obviously if I'm closer to the lens, the magnification isn't really that much, like it's only in focus, and the effect isn't really there as much, I would say, in my opinion. So literally just zoom the lens in a little bit, and then you can basically as soon as you zoom the lens in, you can put this further away, put the glass further away, and you won't be able to see this bit on the side of the frame. You'll just be able to see the whole glass. Because if I'm out here like this, like fully wide out, and I put the glass here and I want to maximize it, that's going to be in the camera. You can see it's a piece of glass. You don't want the audience to know that, really. So yeah, I recommend zooming it in. That's what I'm going to do for my film. And then obviously the fifth kind of step is I kind of just always focus on the background thing. So focus on the background thing. You want to use manual focus as well. Focus on the background thing, and yeah, focus on the background thing, and then that will create the effect because this is the focus on the close-up. So, as I said, I'm going to do this one. I'm going to film this bit now. I'm just going to show you. So I'm currently recording on my camera. I'll switch over to the camera. Sorry for the absolute dookie audio. I do apologise. But as you can see here, this is the wild field, and as you can see what I was saying about the magnification of it. So I'm going to zoom it in slightly. That's the Eiffel Tower in the background. Zoom in a little bit. Yeah, try to fix this shit up. And then I'm going to probably have it like there. That's a bit too much. Right, there we go. Now I've got the Eiffel Tower in focus. Again, manual focus I would recommend. Autofocus just really fucks up. And there we go. So the Eiffel Tower's in focus now. And then now I just put this piece of glass over it. Look at that. Now you got to keep it in focus, and now I'm just doing it at the minute. So I probably have this bit more full to the frame. There you go. Can't do it now. Okay, I see my mistake. So my mistake there, look how good that is the object needs to actually be, that's really cool. The object actually just needs to be really close. And but you can see that difference in the feeling. The object needs to be close, so that would be the other step there. So this is going to be the sixth step would be to put the object close to the lens, and then basically have the piece of glass to go over it. That's why I have to. Okay, so we're learning. There you go. She's a lot better like that. And also, again, this is what I'm trying to say with the mobility of it. So you can get the whole piece of glass, and luckily for me it fits over my whole lens. And then look at this, you can like flip it. I'm just moving the lens, tilting the lens up and down. I'm like, and you can basically just flip it like that. Oh, that's so flipping cool. That's so cool, man. Yeah, I mean, there you go. Okay, so there you, bruv. So there you go. I basically was talking on the camera. Those are the kind of steps. You can see even at the end I learned something there, that the object actually needs to be close. I didn't realise that. But also just worth mention, we do have a big softbox light over here. I got them off Amazon. They're quite cheap, like 120 for two. It's very good. But they're really, really good. And I'm kind of practicing as well. This is a really warm Kelvin, so it's a very warm lighting with a very warm light here. And that is because, if you remember, in Skill Zone, the lights are very warm in the house. I want to just match that kind of color temperature, and I've basically done it quite well. This is probably going to have to be a bit more yellow. Or we'll have to have it just keep it at that warmth and angle it in a way in which that'll basically help us. So yeah, that's basically it for today for the thing I learned, this bit diopter. I will vlog whenever. Bye.